Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do a quick first impressions on a couple knives I got in from a buddy on Instagram named Brian. These are both Liang Ma knives, so I figured I'd kind of group them up for first impressions, and that way you don't get overkill of just whatever videos, whatever. So first up is the Liang Ma KUF, or Kitchen Utility Folder version 2. This is really cool. This is a lefty version. You'll see there it's an M390 steel. It is the big brother to the KUF 3.0 EDC, I think it's called, because it's that monoblock construction. But you'll see here they both have the same blade shape and overall aesthetic. I did have the 4.0, but I sold it because it was friggin' huge and just too big. So basically you have a 3.5 inch or 3.25. Let's check. Bug out is 3.25. So 3.5 inch blade on this guy, which is basically perfect, right? You had that 3.0. I can use the Field Duty as a replacement. So 3.0, 3.5 basically. And then you had the 4.0, which obviously was a 4-inch blade, which is even bigger than this, an extra, 0.3 or whatever. This is 3.75. Kyle measured it for me on his. So you just have the perfect amount of knives here to pick from, right? Like me personally, this size is perfect for me. If they made this monoblock and everything in this size, I would love that so much. But they don't. So they make this version 2 instead, which has its drawbacks for me. Again, lefty, which is really cool. But it has this dongle-y top flipper thing. And I'm just not a fan of it. Like, I like it that it's there and it does the top flipping. But the benefits don't outweigh the negatives for me. Because, one, you have this dongle-y thing in your pocket, right? It just looks weird. It looks like it's an Egyptian genie or something. I don't know. It sounds stupid, but that's kind of the vibe I get from it. And it top flips well, but then when you disengage, you have to worry about this stupid dongle again. If I put my hand here, right, anywhere up here, like it just gets in the way. I don't know. It's just not my favorite thing on a knife. I'd rather just have the the hole, not the spidey hole, but I can thumb flick it, I can spidey flick it, and then obviously I can do the top flipper thing. Can I do like an index roll on that? No, it's not. I mean, I could, but it's not going to be good. Yeah. Doesn't quite drop shut, but I'm sure a cleaning and everything would take care of that. He told me I could take this apart, but I'm not going to. It's not my knife. It is made by Riot. Very solid construction. I do prefer to have a knife with like the ceramic ball and the clip. This does not have that. These go for something around 400, 440, I think. Ergonomically, it's super comfortable in hand. Really, really dig the ergos, just like the 3.0 and the 4.0. Has this jimping up here. This, I believe, is just normal jimping. It's not that razorback jimping. So it's a little less grippy going in there. Look at that KPL just oozing out. I do believe that is my fault. I think I tried to add some to get it to drop a little better. Obviously, I added too much. Yeah, the ergos are fantastic on this knife. Now, this blade obviously has that sheep's foot blade that kind of angles up into this tip. This is the best tip out of the KUF series that I've handled, at least. You'll see on the 3.0, same as the 4.0, it's kind of this kind of muted tip right here, whereas this one kind of goes into a solid point of a tip. So you could get more penetration with this guy than you can on this guy. Yeah, again, ergo's fantastic. Like, I just get a full grip. You have this kind of like built-in sort of choily deal going on. Edge termination is a little weird on this. I'm not an edge guy, but just doesn't look right to me. Again, let's pull out this guy. Just seems a lot cleaner on this one. Like, there's something here as opposed to on this one. It's just like, oh, no more edge. I don't know. It just seems weird. So, what else can we talk about? The clip is good, solid clip. Retention, very, very strong. So, let me close it. In the pocket, it is, yeah, it's really difficult to get in and out of the pocket. I only had it in there for like, I don't know, half a day earlier. So, I just put it in and then took it out before I did this video. So, I wasn't too familiar with that. I wanted to try it out again. Yeah, really tight. But clearance is good once it's in. Not a fan of that. I hate these kind of pyramid type clip retention points. They tend to be very, very rough on your pants. And then you got to worry about this dongle going in your pants, right? When you go in, you got to angle it, make sure it doesn't get caught on something and flip open. I know that kind of is weird. I wonder if you could Emerson now. I like the inlays on this titanium. Looks really nice. It is a heavy boy, though. That's why I prefer that monoblock construction of the EDC version, or the 3.0. Also, I want to point out this kind of interesting chamfering inside that deployment hole. You see how it kind of like has an inner cutout? It's kind of weird, but it doesn't change anything. The thing I like least about this knife is the disengagement and the lock bar. So we are dead center. Centering is good. But if you look here, lockup is good, right? But getting in there is weird. Like, I have to like shove the corner of my thumb in there, and then it kind of like drops right on the tip like that. Like, it's really, really weird. Whereas like a normal knife, and again, these are lefties, but still, it would be the same in reverse. I have a little bit of room to get in here, and I kind of can get it on my nail. I don't know. It just feels a little bit tight, and it feels a little bit like I'm using just my nail. And I'm just going to end up jacking my nail up. Now, I don't know. Maybe some people really like that. I prefer to use the meat of my finger to disengage a lock bar. I like to be able to get in there. But if I do that, then I feel like the blade's coming down on me. So, I don't know. It's just a little bit weird there. Obviously, these are first impressions. Cutting. Didn't do much with it, but I was able to cut some paper. And it cuts well. I mean, it's a KUF. These kitchen utility folder designs from Liong come down to good edges, full flat grind. I mean, they do a great job over at Riot with these. So this is a really, really cool knife. And I'm glad I got to check one out, especially in lefty. So that's the KUF 2.0. Then we have the Liang Ma Field Duty. And this is a heavy boy. This is the full titanium version. My brother Kyle, D2M Knives and Gear, he has the bolster lock with the carbon fiber on it version. This clip is reversible to left hand, but Brian leaves it on the right side because it's a righty knife. I guess he just figures it doesn't matter. This has the ceramic ball, so in this case, it's going to go in and out of pocket like a dream, and that is a very good retention point. I really like that. For a lefty, this actually flips really well. I was surprised at how well it works, because I had that other knife, the Artisan Arian, which is a similar kind of, it has a hole for deployment, and it's a righty frame lock, right? And with that one, I could almost never get it out because of the lock bar pressure issue. And I think the main difference is this, but that knife had a 4-inch blade too, so it was just as big. So I was going to say the size maybe, because I'm down here at the bottom of the frame lock, I'm not going to lock it up. Because like if I walk it up here, it's going to be an issue. I can't get it out. But since I'm down here, it flies out every time. I did not have the same luck with the Orion, so it just was something I assumed would be an issue. But luckily it works on this knife. Again, we are dead centered on this guy. It is very heavy. Very, very heavy. Aesthetically, I love the look of the Field Duty, guys. My Field Duty EDC is with Kyle right now, which is funny because that's a lefty and I have this righty here. I really like that knife, and I really like this knife. I love the way he shapes that opening hole. Just a simple drop / spear point, and then a very ergonomic handle. Now that I've handled a few Liang Mahs, I have to put Liang up there with the best of the best. Like with Voxnez, when it comes to ergos, he just knows what he's doing with Spyderco. Like these choils, like he just does it right. It is so comfortable. This knife also, yeah, this one has that razorback jimping, which is very nice. It grips going this way, and it's not very rough going the other way. Just a really, really cool knife, of course. This one's been used to hell by Brian. Look at that. I'll probably clean it off for him at some point. Not quite droppy, but I'm sure with a little bit of tuning and taking apart it would be. But again, I'm not going to do that. He said I could. But I just feel weird. What if I screw something up? Then we have a whole kind of ordeal going on. Not that he's going to be a dick, but I'll feel bad. So just not worth it for me. So that is the Liang Ma Field Duty and the Liang Ma KUF 2.0. So just quick first impressions on those guys. I'll do full reviews on each of them in a few days or a week once I get to actually carry them a bit, cut with them, do some more stuff, and get a better opinion. But guys, I really love Liang Ma's work, and the more I handle, the more I like. So just cool to be discovering a new maker, and I love this knife world or knife community, because I keep getting new discoveries and finding new makers and designs and shifting and all that stuff. So it's really cool. But yeah, that's it, guys. I love you so much. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.